Hi there. My name is Matt Grobler. So I've also, like Jamie, decided to do a vlog instead of writing a blog. Just find it so much easier. Anyway, today is actually Wednesday, the 21st, the day after Cake Sale, because the past 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, has been so chaotic. I literally haven't had a single bit of free time to do anything, but I have written down some notes, so I'm going to go through them. In reference to Monday first, and then Tuesday, and then today. So I thought I'd just give a short introduction to myself. I'm an industrial engineering graduate from Stellenbosch University. Was there for the past 4 years, but the year before that I did a gap year. So I'm actually turning 24 this year, which is very old. And basically I decided to do this course because I've started my own business, Prasa, and I started that in 4th year engineering, and I absolutely loved it, even though it was very hectic with my final year doing thesis and everything. I really enjoyed it, and that's what I want to do after I stop studying, is start my own business. And I thought this course would be the perfect opportunity to learn how to do that. So here it goes. It's going well so far. It's getting very, very hectic. And the next week's going to be very hectic with a whole lot of hand-ins, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it. But basically on Monday, I met with our research group with Phil, our business communication and research lecturer, because we have to do a research essay or research report thesis type document, which is basically on the coming up with a way to determine the cost of cars by inputting certain criteria such as mileage, age, etc., etc. And it's the first time that we'd met on Monday, and we just talked a bit about it. And basically my role in the group, the group's different to Genesis, which is going to be very interesting. My role in the group is, because I did a thesis last year for engineering, I know the whole structure of it, I know how it's supposed to sort of be laid out, etc. So I'm going to be the compiler and the editor, which I'm absolutely fine with. I don't mind that. So that's what I was assigned to. One thing that did happen on Monday, or actually Sunday, David Prelade made us go to his lecture on Monday, because he felt that no one was attending lectures. So he made a class register, which I thought was slightly unfair, because Cake Sale on Monday, Cake Sale was the next day, so hence why no one was going to class, because everyone was trying to fit in as much as they could before Cake Sale and work as hard as they could, understandably. But anyway, so after David's lecture, we all split up and did our own roles to prepare for Tuesday. I was in charge of fetching and carrying and loading and unloading everything onto campus and setting everything up, because I use my mom's car, which is a bit bigger. So I picked up the gazebos from Pick and Pay, picked up the donuts from Quality Bake, picked up the biltong from Sherwood Biltong Factory, took that all to my house, and then to campus. And then also from my house, I collected, over the past few days, I've been collecting gas braais and cooler boxes and bar fridges to keep all because we're selling burgers and boerewors rolls, and also eggs Benedict, which need to keep some stuff fresh, understandably. So I was trying to collect all that, and I had to do a lot of trips between home and campus. And also I was in charge of communicating with FatSack, because we had brought in I had got FatSack as a sponsorship, because we were going to have FatSacks all the way around a TV, allowing people to play FIFA, which we thought would add a lot of value to our store, which we hoped it would. And so I also had to organize the delivery of the FatSacks, because they're massive. So yeah, I organized all that. I was literally rushing around traffic the whole afternoon. And then when I got to campus, set up the FatSacks, then went back to fetch all the cooler boxes and fridges and stuff, went back. And in the meantime, through all this, Jamie was in charge of preparing the fresh food for the toppings for the burger, so the onions, the tomatoes, the lettuce, all of that stuff, and the rest, the other four, so DK, Moses, Andrew, and Aiden, they had all gone off to a restaurant to prepare the burgers that we were selling, the burger patties, which comprised of mince, onion, eggs, and breadcrumbs. And we basically they made about 350, which was good, and they looked really good. But that ended very late, at about 10 or 11, and we decided that we would sleep over on campus as an experience, and also to protect the stuff that we had set up, because we don't want to wake up at like 3 in the morning and in order to set up everything. So we slept on campus, but we first had to get a gas pry from Andrew's house, and we didn't really think it through, because the gas pry ended up not being able to fit in my mom's car. So we probably should have foreseen that and got a trailer or something else to transport the gas pry. But anyway, we ended up taking the gas pry and putting it half in, half out my boot, my mom's car's boot, and Aiden hanging on to the edge of it to keep it in the car while I drove slowly. At least it was 1 o'clock in the morning, so there were no cars on the M3. But I drove it slowly all the way to campus, and we unloaded it, and it was all good. And then we slept on the fat sacks, which was great. So lessons learned on Monday. In terms of business, basically we must plan for every eventuality. We learned this with the gas pry. Luckily we were able to think on our feet and think of a plan to get the gas pry to campus. Wasn't the greatest plan, but it still worked. Then communication is key, because at all times we were all aware of what all the group members were doing, which is good. And then of course doing business, which I had learned over the past few days, actually doing business uses up a lot of airtime and data. Had to top up on numerous occasions, calling all the sponsors, emailing, checking that things are being delivered at the correct times. And then as a group, I learned that we really were able to pull together, because before Monday I wasn't that confident that we'd be able to get everything together and get everything set up on campus in the time available, but we were able to do that. It's all good. Then I learned that we can always make a plan, as said previously with the braai. As an individual, I learned that I'm very good at keeping track of what everyone's doing at all times. So that could be a leadership quality type thing, and quite good at delegating. So knowing where everyone is and what everyone has to do, and allocating people to different tasks, basically. One thing that I did start to notice was that Moses and DK weren't as proactive as myself, Andrew, Aiden, and Jamie. Sort of in between tasks, they would get back to me and say, "Yeah, this is done," or "I have time. What can I do?" Instead of identifying what they need to do and doing it, which we'll come back to. And then also something I have to just acknowledge is that Jamie's been really good at the whole designing of, firstly, the blog. So this blog that I'm using at the moment, the Instagram account, all the stories, they've been awesome. I would never be able to do any of them. The posts about the different raffles available, and of course all the posters and menus that on Monday we were going to display on Cake Sale Day, which were very pleasing to the eye. Yes, that's all for Monday. So, yeah.